This is a Stuart Michael Burns song called Darlene. As I went out walking one evening for pleasure down by the waters of Lighthouse Trails Park, the wind it was still, the seabirds were silent, except for the starlight, the evening was dark. I heard a sad cry down there by the water, a pitiful sound as I never have heard. It called to me out of the cattails and rushes, it pulled me in closer, I said not a word. There in the starlight, I saw her before me, I never forget, so startled was I. Her body was that of a pretty young woman with the head of a shrimp and a dark shiny eye. The hand that reached out was so soft and appealing, her bosom was neat, her waist slim and frail. The hips curved below where she lay in the water, at the end of her feet was a glistening tail. "Kind sir," she said, "can't you help a poor girl whose husband was took in a great shrimping net? The king of the shrimp now gone and departed, leaving me lonely, forlorn and so wet. I was just a girl, my last year of high school, when they made me the queen of the great shrimporee. I sat on my throne, my crown on my head. It was June the 15th, 1993. Well, the king of the shrimp came out of the water, and he took me away to his home in the sea. With only one kiss I was able to breathe, and we lived there for decades, the shrimp king and me. He treated me well and he loved me so deeply. 10 billions of babies I made in my years. They filled the vast gulf with their swimming and playing. They're gone now to nets both foreign and near. I weep, she said, for my husband dear, who loved me until he was cruelly killed, and for my babies eaten all with garlic and butter and lemon and dill. I weep, she said, for the shrimpers and wives who have given their lives to the salty old sea. Oh, won't you come closer, you handsome young man? I'm lonely, so lonely for company. Well, I looked down in horror to see that her tail had wrapped itself all round my quivering leg. She pulled me in closer, her mouth set to kiss. Oh, how I did struggle and beg. And I held to the pylon of a long ago pier. I held to it all for the sake of dear life. Till my shoe it came off, and her grip it was lost. I'll have no shrimp queen for my loving wife. Her screams were heard in the bars of Aransas, in old Rockport Harbor and out in Port A. Her screams filled the night with a hideous shrieking as I crawled all barefooted out of the bay. So boys, if you'd like to go walk of an evening, and if you'd avoid a most hideous plight, stay back from the water and pay no attention to voices that call from the dark, salty night. Thanks for listening.